Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I'm going to be reading our 7th story in the Power of Kindness and Other Short Stories written by T.S. Arthur. Today's story is titled Emma Lee and Her Sixpence. Emma's aunt had given her a 6 pence, and now the question was what she should buy with it. "I'll tell you what I will do, Mother," she said, changing her mind for the 10th time. "Well, dear, what have you determined upon now?" "I'll save my 6 pence until I get a good many more, and then I'll buy me a handsome wax doll. Wouldn't you do that, Mother, if you were me?" "If I were you, I suppose I should do just as you will," replied Emma's mother, smiling. "But, Mother, don't you think that would be a nice way to do? I get a good many pennies and 6 pences, you know, and I could save enough to buy me a beautiful wax doll." "I think it would be better," said Mrs. Lee, "for you to save up your money and buy something worth having." "Isn't a large wax doll worth having?" "Oh, yes, for a little girl like you." "Then I'll save up my money until I get enough to buy me a big doll as big as Sarah Johnson's." In about an hour afterwards, Emma came to her mother and said, "I've just thought what I will do with my 6 pence. I saw such a beautiful book at a shop yesterday. It was full of pictures and the price was just 6 pence. I'll buy that book." "But didn't you say a little while ago that you were going to save your money until you had enough to buy a doll?" "I know I did, Mother, but I didn't think about the book then, and it will take so long before I can save up money enough to get a new doll. I think I will buy the book." "Very well, dear," replied Mrs. Lee. Not long after, Emma changed her mind again. On the next day, her mother said to her, "Your Aunt Mary is very ill, and I'm going to see her. Do you wish to go with me?" "Yes, Mother, I should like to go. I am so sorry that Aunt Mary is ill. What ails her?" "She is never very well, and the least cold makes her worse. The last time she was here, she took cold." As they were about leaving the house, Emma said, "I'll take my 6 pence with me and spend it, Mother." "What are you going to buy?" asked Mrs. Lee. "I don't know," replied Emma. "Sometimes I think I will buy some cakes, and then I think I will get a whole 6 pence worth of creamy candy. I like it so." "Have you forgotten the book?" "Oh, no, sometimes I think I will buy the book. Indeed, I don't know what to buy." In this undecided state of mind, Emma started with her mother to see her aunt. They had not gone far before they met a poor woman with some very pretty bunches of flowers for sale. She carried them on a tray. She stopped before Mrs. Lee and her little girl and asked if they would not buy some flowers. "How much are they a bunch?" asked Emma. 6 pence, replied the woman. "Mother, I'll tell you what I will do with my 6 pence, said Emma, her face brightening with the thought that came into her mind. "I will buy a bunch of flowers for Aunt Mary. You know how she loves flowers. Can't I do it, Mother?" "Oh, yes, dear, do it by all means, if you think you can give up the nice cream candy or the picture book for the sake of gratifying your aunt." Emma did not hesitate a moment, but selected a very handsome bunch of flowers and paid her 6 pence to the woman with a feeling of real pleasure. Aunt Mary was very much pleased with the bouquet Emma brought her. "The sight of these flowers and their delightful perfume really makes me feel better," she said, after she had held them in her hand for a little while. "I am very much obliged to my niece for thinking of me." That evening, Emma looked up from a book which her mother had bought her as they returned home from Aunt Mary's, and with which she had been much entertained, and said, "I think the spending of my 6 pence gave me a double pleasure." "How so, dear?" asked Mrs. Lee. "I made my aunt happy and the flower woman, too. Didn't you notice how pleased the flower woman looked? I shouldn't wonder if she had little children at home and thought about the bread that 6 pence would buy them when I paid it to her. Don't you think she did?" "I cannot tell that, Emma," replied her mother, "but I shouldn't at all wonder if it were as you suppose. And so it gives you pleasure to think you made another happy?" "Indeed it does." "Acts of kindness," replied Emma's mother, "always produce a feeling of pleasure. This everyone may know, and it is the purest and truest pleasure we experience in this world. Try and remember this little incident of the flowers as long as you live, my child, and let the thought of it remind you that every act of self-denial brings to the one who makes it a sweet delight. What a sweet, lovely little story. At first, it sounded like my son. Whenever he would get money when he was little, he always wanted to spend it, like a hole in his pocket, just burning a hole in his pocket. That's what we say. And he could never make up his mind. He's gotten better as he's gotten older, but he just always had to buy something. And now he's a little bit choosier with what he spends it on, but changing his mind so many times and then end up getting something totally different. Anyways, that was a sweet little story. I love reading these to you guys. They're really beautiful reminders of the wonderful things in the world. And there's so many wonderful things. It's easy to see the bad things in the world and, you know, and the chaos and the violence and the hate and the division and the war and all of the things. But at the end of the day, this is a beautiful world. We're all connected. We're all in this together. That is the most important thing. And being kind to one another, whether it's holding the door open or smiling or giving somebody the go ahead when you're driving, letting somebody get over, to even the bigger things. It really doesn't matter. When you touch somebody with your kindness, you never know what you're going to do for them and what it does for your heart and your soul, especially when you do it with love in your heart and a genuine feeling that you want to be kind and you want to give and you want to spread those things. So anyways, just wanted to share that with you guys. I love you all and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.